Yo, we live on location. We all way out here in La La Land, y'all. We visible with Verizon though, right? Blackest one.
You know
we got
right.
We visible with Verizon, man. We got the three-time 6 man of the year in the NBA. One of the best to ever do it, man.
Legend.
We got legendary Louuuuuu Will in the building. Out here in LA. We appreciate you, bro, pulling up on us. Y'all tap in. Ain't that right, Black?
Yep.
You know that.
Yeah. Another guy from straight out of high school, man. You know us, Q. You know us straight out of high school boys. You know, just in case you didn't know. Yeah, man, we definitely excited to have you on the show, bro.
Presented by Visible.
I feel real special for the guys that went straight out of high school, especially you. You one of my favorites because you're a guard that went straight out of high school. Most of the guys that go straight out of high school be them guys that's long, tall, lanky.
For sure.
Do all that stuff to do it as a
guard.
Of
a small guy.
Yeah, to do it as a guard like you, Lamonte Ellis, is, you know what I'm saying? Like Sebastian Telfair. Yeah, sure. Like them are special guys, Q, just in case you ain't know. When you first got to the league, who was the first person to bust your ass?
Shit, AI.
In practice.
It had the days that he did practice, I had to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of the best experiences I could have had, you know, coming into the league. Not just from the competitive aspect, but you know, that was my idol. That was who I modeled my game after, somebody I looked up to. So to have that one-on-one, that crash course, you know what I'm saying? That was the best source of confidence that I could have got. You know what I'm saying? But Chuck definitely had his ways. You know, he had said it in his Hall of Fame speech. He made me cry in practice one day. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember that shit, but I know it was a lot of days that, you know.
You frustrated.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm competitive and I'm a kid. You know what I'm saying? So you know how it is when you're trying to prove to grown men you belong. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong. I had a crying moment. No, remember when
I remember. I'm just want to hear you say it.
We was in
Minnesota.
We was in Minnesota, bro. And you know, we playing against KG, and you know, every time I see KG, because they was calling me baby KG, I want to play my best and play hard as hell. So I'm out there giving my all. And I just felt like the motherfuckers didn't play with me. Like, I felt like the whole team didn't play hard.
Yeah.
Man, I went in that motherfucker. I was so frustrated. I'm trying to talk. My voice started screeching and shit. And I'm crying and shit. Like, you motherfuckers just quit. And these two goofy ass dudes. Hey, Corey, Keon, and Q is bugging up. They ain't even taking me nowhere near serious.
Nobody can take him serious because he don't ever care about.
Because I do care, but I don't never really say nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just be going out there and I wasn't vocal. Yeah. Boy, when I said something, boy, I teared up like a mug. So I understand you, bro. Like that frustration. They don't know nothing about that, man. Coming straight out of high school.
And he talking the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Little punk. I'm like, bro, you gonna get off of me, dog. You know what I'm saying? And coach got something to say. You know, when you that rookie, and let alone you a 17, 18-year-old rookie, everybody on your head.
I didn't know you was from Memphis. You was born in Memphis, but
that's a little well kept secret. A lot of people don't know it. I think Atlanta get credit for me because. But I'm Memphis, My family Memphis. I'm Black Haven on all day.
Yeah, straight up. But you Atlanta. I used to hear about you in high school early, and they used to talk about it. But when I heard your height and how big it was and all that stuff, I'm like, nah, man. I'm hearing about like Dwight Howard. I'm hearing about Josh Smith. But I always used to hear your name ring because I had a house in Atlanta. I used to stay in Atlanta during the summertime. So I always everybody used to just scream your name. How was it for high school? When did you know that you were different?
We was just having that conversation today. My man Chuck Ellis asked me, like, when did you know you was like one of them ones? And I was like, probably like 8th, 9th grade when, you know, I was like, maybe I am different. You know what I'm saying? Once you go on that, because in your neighborhood, you know, like, all right, this local competition, you know what I'm saying? But when you go on that AAU circuit, you traveling, you run into you run into the Montes, Martell Websters, the Gerald Greens, Amir Johnsons, all of these guys around the corner. You start running into them, and then you kind of start having some success. When you see them, you're like, all right, then I'm part of that. I'm part of that group. Thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I think 8th, 9th grade is when my attitude started to change. You know what I'm saying? I became a lot more confident.
Since you that confident when you got to high school, because you know high school is that next level you hop up to, and it's be like, man, I know they tell you, oh, you got to play varsity.
Yeah.
Is you good enough to play varsity?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once you got on that varsity level, it was like, oh, I can. When did you feel like, oh, I can?
Nah, I mean, my story is funny because the last day of 8th grade, the high school varsity coach, Coach Fleetwood, came to the middle school and got me, and I went straight from the last day of middle school to the first day of practice with the varsity. So I never really had a transitional period. You know what I'm saying? I always was with the varsity.
Yeah.
Like I never practiced one day JV,
Yeah,
never practiced
either.
one day freshman.
Yeah.
From day one, high school, I was varsity.
So did you walk straight through the doors with confidence and getting buckets as a freshman?
Yeah, because he picked me up from school, so I'm like, he looking for me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so it was different. But you know, my 9th grade year, it was very middle class, very suburban. So by the time I graduated, it was like black principal, black coach, black athletic director. You know, I was there for
The whole transition.
a complete transition.
More
so
black than it was.
Yeah, and I think I was a part of that. The basketball team was a part of that culture change. So freshman year I came in, I felt like I belonged right away.
So junior year you win Mr. Basketball.
Yeah, it was lit by then.
What tell me about that? How did it feel coming into that year? Where was your swag and confidence?
To win
at?
Mr. Basketball with Dwight and Josh in the same state, like
All that.
how is that? Especially junior year.
Nah, it was special because I'm gonna tell y'all my Dwight Howard story. So I was so Dwight lived damn near an hour from me in Atlanta. I'm way out in the suburbs. He in the city, at Southwest Atlanta Christian. So he 1A, I'm 5A. We the 5A is the biggest.
The class, y'all in different classes.
Right.
Okay.
So we in two completely different classes. He in the lowest class, I'm in the highest class. And I just kept hearing about this 7-foot dude, Southwest Atlanta Christian, never ran into him or nothing. So I'm like, they had a game in our neighborhood playing against one of our region teams. And so our whole basketball team, we pull up to go see him. Dwight Howard dunked the basketball the first 10 plays of the game.
Thunder dunking that thing.
Can't do nothing with him. He was a man amongst boys, bro. So for me to get one in his era, I appreciate it, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Smooth, you know, I think Smooth had left by then, if I'm not mistaken. I think Smooth had went to Oak Hill. So it was either me or Dwight at that point.
But back to back it though.
Yeah, I mean, it was on then. But I'm a guard and I'm gonna score a lot of points. You know what I'm saying?
What's you averaged in high school in your junior year?
I think that one was 37. That was
so
my golden year.
Was you where everybody, the gym was packed, they was coming to see you?
We had all that. Yeah, we sold season tickets.
Ooh.
We sold season tickets to them high school games.
I used to hear them raving about you, and they were like Louuuuuuu Will, and they were like the guard and so forth on, and I was like, man, how tall is he? Because my thing is about like when people be saying like guys good, I always be like, man, he got to be at least 6'1" or taller, to be even thought about going to the league. But
I watched Bassy that whole Bassy's a year before me.
Yeah.
So I'm studying him, even though I'm a scoring guard and he was more of a distributor. I was just watching the swag and how he was carrying himself.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
you know, he had the movie, the TV shows, the rock chain. Like Bassy was on. So a lot of my blueprint was him.
Front cover of the magazine.
a lot of my blueprint was watching him.
So you felt that was the chance to go? Because I was wondering, I was like, man, you know, Dwight went out. Josh went out. Like
I ain't never heard none of the guys tell this story, but we was in Denver, Colorado for USA. And we
Colorado
all watched,
Springs.
Yeah, me, Monte, Gerald Green, Martell Webster, Amir Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't want to disrespect nobody. CJ Miles was in there.
Mm-hmm.
We all watched the draft together.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Monte lost our minds when we seen Sebastian get drafted because that was like, the door open for guys.
Have you played against Sebastian?
In the pros?
You ain't never played against him
Never
at
in
AAU
preps.
before?
Nah, he was Adidas circuit. I was Nike circuit. So we never crossed
paths.
paths.
I never met. So you didn't never get a chance to like size them up.
Until we was pros.
So wait, tell me about take me back to that where y'all at Colorado Springs.
Yeah,
y'all
so
watching that. What's the reactions? As
we
y'all
watching
all
it. I think he went 13 if I ain't mistaken. And me and Tay like.
I was in Portland. They picked it.
Yeah, before that,
surprised me.
yeah, before that it's like y'all
6'9",
mean, y'all 6'9", 6'10".
Like it was crazy to me because I was like, man, they picked Sebastian 13. I didn't think he was finna go that high.
Yeah, we was turned and we had a meeting. We went in. We had twin beds. You know, everybody got roommates.
Yeah,
we all sitting in there after the draft. We like, what we gonna do?
Who going?
Yeah, that nigga Tay was the first one said, man, I'm gone. Tay country ass. He was the first one.
Mississippi. I'm out.
I'm gone.
Right.
Yeah.
I never forget that. He was the first one.
And that what
like
made
60
that's what made you decide to go?
It was like, you got to think, it was all of us in the room.
He said Martell.
Yeah, all of us was in the
TJ.
room. I think that
Amir,
if
that's
I ain't
like
mistaken,
all straight
that
out of
week
high school.
all of us
Yeah.
declared for the draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We all declared because we all had an opportunity. We all had that opportunity.
It was more scary. Like for me, it was more scary. Like even though they like, yeah, you can get picked high, it still was more scary because it was some failures in between there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I seen Coleon Young play against Q-Nim. This is the #1 player in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He looked like a man more than anybody else in their class that looked like a man. I know he's finna go league.
See, my mindset was I didn't want to go to college regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have the vehicles that they got now. You know, you can go prep or G League and all of that shit. We didn't have them vehicles at that time. You know what I'm saying? I just knew I wasn't going to nobody's school. That's all
So
I
you
knew.
didn't even want to go.
So
college.
it didn't matter where I got drafted to me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going.
You wanted to be in the league.
Yeah, I wasn't going to nobody's school.
I
just never.
And you take that chance.
It never appealed to me.
Bet on
so
me.
y'all mean to tell me, wake up at 6 in the morning, work out, go to class, work out again, go to some more classes. Y'all gonna yell at me the whole time, and I ain't gonna eat right. It just never clicked to me that like that was something I wanted to do.
That was something you wanted to do.
Yeah, never did.
That's crazy.
So you didn't care where you went. You wanted to show them once you got there what you was.
For sure. And I slid in the draft because I was a kid, 17. I ain't really understand.
Yeah, what you got yourself into.
Yeah, naive as hell.
How did you how did you approach your the workouts? Would you say you slid because of that approach,
For sure.
not being
For
business?
sure. My first workout was in Memphis. So I'm
Where
up.
you from?
I'm up all night with my family. We playing spades. We chilling. I might have had some barbecue. I think I had rendezvous that night.
Right.
Eating a bunch of bullshit. 9 o'clock the next morning, I went through the hardest workout of my life.
You never been through that. So you ain't went through the preparation of getting ready for the draft.
We was working out, but nothing can get you ready for that.
Yeah.
Nothing for real can get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you right.
Until you go through it and then you make your adjustments. But I didn't understand how serious, because I'm the Naismith Player of the Year. So I'm like, well, shit, if I'm the best high school player, I gotta be at least.
Yeah.
I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? This shit that taught me.
And how many
real
workouts
lesson.
did you do?
I think I did 9 total with 8 teams. I did Detroit twice, cause I came in for Detroit. Larry Brown was there. Came in for Detroit, worked out for them. He brought me back, and then the second workout, he said, "I just wanted to see if you was in better shape since the last time I seen you." So I did 9 workouts, 8 teams.
Take me back to your draft night. Like, how did you feel when you saw that? Like, man, I'm going to the Sixers. Like you say, with AI, somebody you look up to. But like, where did you think you were gonna go, and how did you feel? Where were you at? Were you with your family? You were, where were you at when everything?
I was in ESPN Zone in Atlanta.
Dope.
I had a draft party at ESPN Zone, and at that time, Bill Duffy and Associates, Merle Scott, they was representing me at BDA, and I think we had a promise at 27 with Miami at that time. And once Miami hit, the college player of the year was still on the board, Wayne Simeon. Wayne was still on the board at that time, and I think he was supposed to be gone already. They ended up taking him. The Hawks had the 31st pick, the first pick in the second round. They didn't want to take another hometown kid and have 2 hometown kids sitting on the bench. because they had just took Josh the year before,
Right.
and Kevin Willis still had them minutes at the 4. So Smooth wasn't getting no playing time. And then if they'd have drafted me, you know, you got 2 blue chip guys from the city sitting on your bench. It was gonna be a problem. So they took Salim Stoudemire at 31.
Right. Okay.
They took Salim, and shit. After that, I was depressed because I hadn't worked out for nobody past the first round.
Yeah,
I didn't even work out for the Hawks.
Right.
So I was just like, shit, it's over. Along with obviously talent. My agent represented Mo Cheeks, and so I think my agent kind of asked him like, if y'all ain't doing nothing with this pick, y'all need to take this kid. And Philly took me. You know, they wasn't even on my radar. I ain't know what was going on. Yeah. They took me at 45. And I was so naive, like I'm like, I made the team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
I thought I was
solidified. You didn't know you gotta still make the squad.
Yeah, so we ended up negotiating with them where they gave me a guaranteed deal because I was a high school kid. They guaranteed my deal for 3 years. And so me knowing that they guaranteed my deal, I got 3 years, AI here, I'm probably not gonna play. In my head, I had 3 years to get it together. Yeah. So that's how I went into it. That's how I looked at it.
Me and Q, we always took like, man, how bad they talked about Josh Smith during his draft. Oh. You know what I'm saying? They like threw us off like, man, this kid just got drafted, and they talked about
Stephen
like.
A. said he said the Sixers he feels sorry for my family. The Sixers donated me a jersey.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, me and him spoke about it since then, but he said that about me on draft night.
Like that was one of our things. Like that's why I say like the straight out, especially for us, like be scary because they think we arrogant kids because we decided to go
right
straight out of high school. Like who is this
we just
guy?
As scared as y'all
like,
think we is. We scared too.
It should be a rule. Like I remember specifically Smooth's draft. Like them, I want to say it was Jay Billis. Like bruh. Him talking like this is like, you know how it is, bro. All of us. It don't matter what pick you got picked. Everybody who's ever known you, this is your biggest day in your life to this point. And everybody who you don't even remember seeing you and knowing you and everything. You don't need some ass clown up on the screen on the TV talking about, yeah, this is gonna be the biggest bust of the draft, and he's did. Like, bro, save all that, save all your opinions for tomorrow, bro.
Like you don't even understand how much.
How would you feel if this was your kid
at that,
and you got somebody that's commentating doing this to your kid at that fucking moment? Like,
wait,
bro,
they gonna have kids one day, and they gonna be athletes,
and then you want that empathy and you want all of that. Like, nah, bro, like, come on, man. Like, I don't care who it is. 1 through whatever the last pick is, nobody that's off limits, bro. You can't, not tonight. We can't criticize. You could do all of the grading and what you think after this. But like right now, we don't need y'all critical opinions and like this is the biggest night of our life. Let us have this before you go in on our ass and start critiquing us and shitting on us right away. Sure. Like, let us have this, bro. Like grandmamas, people, like families is changing lives right now, and y'all gonna do this? I don't want to hear your opinion. Give me your grades and all that after the fact. Networks, get in tune with it, bro. Like, nah, bro.
We was thinking, because when we say it, we was like, damn, that's just totally bogus. This boy, whole families out here. And like, even the people who didn't make the draft, they just heard like you just bashing the homie on his best day.
I never looked at it like that, but you're right.
Real talk. Like, nobody like, come on, man.
So now you in the league, and you in the league with Chuck, but you know you're not finna really play. You got to earn your keep. Take us through that process of like, man, like finding your way, because like your career is so good to me. And, you know, a lot of people won't see nobody career like yours that you done played on so many teams like you haven't had a successful career. Mm-hmm. That's the outside looking in. But us who's part of this, we know what you done brought to the table and what you done did. No matter if you be on a different team every year, you always
change culture where we go.
Yeah, you always bring something. Like, how was it like, you know, you coming up with AI, you seeing all this? And it's hard to watch Chuck. It's hard to watch Chuck. Because you see Chuck do something, and then you be like, man, how he come from that, and then he scored 30-something that night.
Well, he different from everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to watch him.
Yeah, but the thing that I did have in my corner outside of Chuck and him being a positive influence for me, I had Doug Overton, I had Kevin Ollie too.
Hey, shout out to our OG
Dougie O. He was on our team. Dougie O.
I had Dougie and I had KO, and I also had Willie Green too.
Willie Green.
You know what I'm saying? So I had the perfect balance for a young kid. Like I see the rock star,
Yeah.
and then I see the blueprint guys. I see the guys that's hammering nails every day. You know what I'm saying? And so I had that balance.
Tell me this before we move to where Chuck got traded. I seen the clip. I think you was standing there doing under the basket doing an interview, and here come Chuck and C Webb, and they poured a water on your head, and you didn't even turn around. You literally, you just like you kind of blinked like, and you looked at the guy. You like that's Allen, ain't it? And he was like, I know. And like just talk about like the type of dude he was and how y'all relationship was, and some AI stories.
Yeah, he knew how I felt about him. When I came in, you know, I worshiped the ground he walked on, you know, and so he understood what he meant to me and what he meant to my career. And so when I first met him, I was at Charlie Mack celebrity game in the summer. They invited me there after I got drafted, and I'm sitting on the bench, and I just remember a commotion, and I look over, and everybody just get out the way. He walking through entourage, you know what I'm saying? Icy, you know what I'm saying?
Glowing.
Do-rag, the whole, he in the flesh. They go to God in the flesh, you know what I'm saying?
Right on, God is sick.
There you go, my fucking heart sink. I'm like, damn, there you go. Man, dog looked around and saw me and beeline straight to me and gave me a bear hug. You know what I'm saying? And that was day one. And so that set the tone for our relationship. So on that team, he was the only person that even played with me like that.
Right.
Because he protected me. He was like, nah, it's my little bro.
It's me right here.
Yeah, it's my little, like, you can't fuck with him, I can't.
Yeah.
So I knew then, as soon as I felt the water, it ain't nobody but him. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw the footage, I said, "Oh, Webb, you in on it too?" Okay, cool. But we had a whole water fight after that. we was in Barcelona, Spain for training camp. And they did that, and I went and knocked on his door, had a bucket of water, got Chuck, went and got Dub, I got my lick back, and then we went back and forth for a little while. So,
what basketball wise, like from Chuck, that you see, like some of the moves that for the size of guys that you are, some that he had success in, that you was like, yeah, I need to start doing that.
Mid-range.
That mid-range pull.
Mid-range. I think earlier in my career and even high school, I was either shooting threes or I was going all the way to the basket trying to get contact.
Pulling up.
Yeah, I wasn't really playing in between game. And I think he really introduced that to me. Like, his mid-range is, I don't know if it's underrated. You know what I'm saying? He is Hall of Fame, but his mid-range was
nah, he ain't underrated because like they don't even talk about that. He got
talk about the crossover and all of that.
30. But he's probably hitting 1 or 2 threes that game.
I don't remember. That's what's crazy. I don't remember him shooting a lot of threes when I was
Nah, he didn't shoot 3. That's why I say he might have 1 or 2 threes that game.
But it's mid-range.
That's mid-range and
all day
to the basket. You see the G League where it's at now, and Philly sent you down.
Yeah.
To play with their team, to see where the G League's at now, especially to see like these past year when they had when the league had COVID and a lot of these guys was coming up, keeping teams,
getting an opportunity.
Getting opportunity.
Shout out to some of them guys got paid and got an opportunity.
Got an opportunity. So to see where the G League's at right now, like, do you remember when you went down and you had to play?
Yeah, we had asked. We actually had asked them to send us down.
So you was one of the real ones.
Yeah, I wanted the bump.
Saw the opportunity.
Yeah, I wanted the bump. You know, I got to the point. I'm just like, I've been sitting here 2 years. Like, it's time to put something to the test. Like, you know, I got to hoop somewhere. So we had came up with a part in the schedule where they was gonna send me. Fort Worth was our affiliate at that time, and they was gonna send me down because they had home games from Monday to Friday. They had home games. One away game on Saturday. Then I would fly back to Philly. So I played the 3 games, drove from Dallas to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Dang.
Check this out, though.
That G League life, bro. That D League.
I drove from on the team bus with the team from Dallas to Little Rock, Arkansas. Got to Little Rock, Arkansas. Within the hour, I had to go catch a flight to go to Philly because they had traded AI. They on my last day in the G League, Chuck had got traded.
And they brought
they
call you up.
Told me I need to get to Philly ASAP. So I got there at halftime of the game. They was playing the Washington Wizards. I got there at halftime and never turned back.
The side fadeaway. Where you get that from?
13, I tore my ACL. Then I came back 14, was getting my jump shot blocked I didn't have the explosiveness I had before that. I just had to adjust. So honestly, that shit developed in an emergency.
That's crazy. The side, because I ain't seen like I'm noticing it now, but it's like it gets you space.
Nah, that's what it was made for. Cause shit, before then I couldn't get away from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because I used a lot of my athletic ability before that. I ain't really use skill. So that ACL, that slowed me down. And I think it set the bar for the rest of my career because I was able to adjust as the time went on. Like I became different players. I started to do different things because
it seems like injuries do that to everybody.
Like, because it puts you on because it takes some of your comfort away.
You can't.
It take a lot of the talent away. Yeah. You got to turn into a more skilled player. Even like age. Like we got older.
I was about to say the age.
You get older, you got to figure out a way to stay on that court. You can't just run through people no more. You can't bully nobody. Yeah. You ain't jumping over nobody. None of that.
How excited was you when you was signing with the Hawks in 2012?
I was happy about that. It's funny now because shit, in my career, my 2 Atlanta stops have been my worst 2 stops.
As far as like, what you really
like
got off,
as far as what I did on the floor, they've been my worst 2 stops when I was at the crib.
But like, can you compare that, like, cause like we all like, except him, he's from a small town. They didn't have a team for him to wish he could play on when he grew up. Bulls is the closest thing for him. But like, you growing up in Atlanta, you like, man, play for the Hawks one day. I'm thinking like I want to play for the Bulls one day. For the dudes that actually get a chance to achieve that and do that.
I used to take the MARTA train to the Hawks games. My mom used to buy me like $15, $20 tickets. She'd drop me off at the MARTA station. I'd take the MARTA train 20 minutes to CNN Center, go in, watch them warm up. I get there an hour before the game. I watch guys go through their warm ups, chill, get me something to eat. Watch the game by myself, get back on the train, my mama meet me right there. That's like dope. For me,
how old was you when you was doing that?
What, 14, 13, 14?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so me having that experience and then having an opportunity to play for them folks, it's full circle.
Yeah, that's
be on that court that you was seeing and watching.
Shit, I even take it this far. Josh Smith used to give me tickets to come to the games when he was a rookie. So I was still a fan up until that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He 04 and I was drafted 05. So I was still doing that, getting on the train, going to see games. And my partner was on the team now.
Yeah, that's dope.
You go to Canada now. You tear your ACL in Atlanta, and now Canada, you in Toronto. Would you say Toronto is where you kind of found your edge in the league? Like, man,
the homie said
I can sink my
saved
feet
my career. Toronto definitely saved my career. I tore my ACL, wasn't playing well in Atlanta. Budenholzer, shout out to Mike. He pulled me in the office. He was like, I don't think you'll ever be the same player again. He was like, so it's not working out here. We're gonna try to find you somewhere this summer where you can do your thing. You know what I'm saying? He told me that to my face. So I respect him forever because he was one of
they don't keep it real like that.
Yeah, he didn't shoot straight. He shot straight with me and ended up getting traded to Toronto. Different country, different thing. They wasn't on my radar. Teams that I even thought I wanted to play for. I got up there and it turned into a brotherhood. Like Kyle Lowry, Chuck Hayes, DeMar DeRozan, and Amir Johnson. They became brothers to me. Like they knew I was in a place in my career. I thought that was gonna be my last year. I was like, this probably it. You know what I'm saying? I had a good run, 9-10 years. Be over with. You know what I'm saying? Because that was my first time getting drafted. When I went to Atlanta, that was free agency. So I was like, it's probably over, my ACL, this and that. And them dudes rallied behind me, bro. It gave me so much confidence. Put the ball in my hands, and I won my first 6 man out there.
How was that to see how when you got there, this culture changed in Toronto?
Yeah, it was already. I think it was already changing.
It was already changed, but I'm talking about how you've been a part of the culture change of it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
to all the way to winning the championship. Now you and DeMar and you know what I'm saying, them guys wasn't there, but it got to where y'all changed the culture to they won the championship.
It was exciting to see because I knew what it was like to play for the Raptors because I'm like, they got keys to the city because the city is already so supportive of you. Got to think you the only basketball team in the country.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So your support system is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah.
support system is crazy. So, you know, you already got red carpet treatment everywhere you're going just by being a Raptor. So for them boys to go get a chip, I'm like, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that was one of my favorite places to play. Wish I could have stayed longer, but it just didn't work out. To see that, had them in where the culture is now, and the foundation they built out there is dope.
To be playing out there and have the #1 rapper have a song
Yeah.
named after you.
That was a good year, man.
To have a #1 rapper name a song, that's one of my favorite songs on the album. Like, how was that to, you know?
Where were you when you first heard
your
it?
song is different than when Drake usually name drop or so forth on. Like, you on the chorus. Like,
No, I
you
had
say
a
Lou Will
soundtrack.
the whole.
Yeah, I had a soundtrack. That was
Where was you at when you first heard it? Or when you heard that this was
Yeah.
he
going
played
on?
it for me the very first time I heard it. He played it for me.
What's that like?
He hit me and was like,
Is
yo,
this cool?
I'm working on something. Can you pull up to the condo? So I pulled up, me and my cousin pulled up on him, came to his condo, and no bullshit, he's sitting in his living room recording himself. Like, he recording his own album. You know what I'm saying? So it come on. Boom, and not a second there. I'm like, so he like, is it cool? Like, what I said? I'm like, man, right.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're worried about everything else later. Like, but we gotta have that look. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
We
up.
gotta have that look. I wish I don't know whatever happened to the video. He might have shot a video, was thinking about it, but I did some for Drake that went against all my mama rules, dog. So my mama got like for lack of a better word, I ain't gonna call it a shrine, but my mom got like a mini museum in her house of me.
Yeah.
Like, she got all my youth trophies.
Yeah. You know, they
Everything.
clip
That's
everything.
what everybody owes.
Mama got everything. bro.
Everything.
And the shit is actually impressive. Like, AI stuff, Kobe stuff, she got it. It's incredible. But she has my original high school jersey in a frame in that room.
Yeah.
Drake like, yo, you got a jersey I could wear for the video? I told Mama, hey, we gotta take that out the frame. Like, it gotta come out the frame. It's part of. She like, boy, you crazy. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, you don't understand. Like, we gotta have the jersey. My mom like, no,
That's my jersey.
that's it. So
Yeah.
we had to go steal the jersey.
You stole the jersey from mama?
It was gone for weeks before she knew we had it.
Oh, she didn't even notice.
I done pulled out for height.
Oh, yeah.
Mom
huh.
blues, dog.
Had to pull the height because she ain't understand what
She
I'm
wasn't
like.
knowing.
She wasn't hearing that shit.
Did y'all return it before she knew
Yeah,
it?
we got. Well, nah, she found out. She was a little upset, but we got it back, put it back in the new frame.
Yeah.
Everything cool.
Oh, that's dope.
That's crazy. That's sick.
So you got a song. Do they used to play your song when you scored and stuff?
They used to play like I'm Louuuuuu Will. That's where people get their little tagline from every time I score. Like I'm Louuuuuu Will.
Straight up. That's dope. Jason Terry, Ginobili, Jamal Crawford, you. Like, y'all really made this award really mean something that it didn't mean back in the day.
Right.
Like, it really means something. Like, I feel like that's a great award because y'all are starters on a lot of teams
For sure.
that y'all sacrifice yourself to be bench players for the good of the team, to bring
Right, for
something
sure.
to the team. So did that 6-man award like kind of solidify, like, yeah, man, I'm here.
It
and
opened my eyes because I was coming off the bench for so long. I didn't even understand that it was like a thing.
That's significant.
Yeah, shit. I had lost 2 before that.
I about to say you was running up the hard in a couple.
I was running up the hard and I lost one to J.R. Smith.
Right.
But I ain't even. They was like, "Hey yo, you lost the 6-man award. You came in second place. Like James Harden won. Oh, J.R. won." And so I was like, "Shit, I'm always losing it. I don't even know what it is."
Right.
You know, so I never had the mindset of I'm going into this season trying to win the 6-man of the year. I didn't even realize it as something that, you know, I could accomplish. And so once even the first one I won, I ain't expect to win that one. I ain't even know what was happening. You know what I'm saying? And so once I got it, it opened my eyes like, oh, we can turn this into like a lifestyle, like a brand. If this is who I am, like
this is a thing.
yeah, let's put it in motion instead of having that stigma of it's a bench award. Like, nah, it's I doing what's necessary for this team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of kids can look at it. Nate Smith, player of the year, best player coming out of high school, this and that. You can average all the points in the world. it just ain't your role sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes how it work for somebody else ain't gonna work for how you work. You know, that was a hard pill for me to swallow, and once I embraced it, it was the best thing I did for my career. For sure.
Tell me, how was it to win, like, not one, not two, but 3 six-man awards, and you averaged like 22.6 one year? Like, that's beyond that's a starter, you know what I'm saying, number. Like, how do you feel about, like, where you, and like you say, Maul got 3, y'all like the only 2 dudes that got 3 of them, but like where y'all have put that award and put the importance and significance of the 6-man role in general?
Right. I think for me, you know, I've always said the only difference between Jamal and I is I embraced it as a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the only difference. Once I won that first one, I wanted to win it every year after that. You know, I don't know if he looked at it or considered that to be what he wanted for his career. You know what I'm saying? And so I think for me, that's the only thing that sets us apart. But it was special because, like I said, I'm at another point in my career. When I got to the Clippers, that was the 3rd team I had played for in 6 months. I don't think a lot of people realize that. You know, I was Lakers, traded to Houston, back to LA.
Yeah,
that was in a 6-month span. You know, all of that was in a 6-month span. So I'm thinking at this point, it might be over again.
Right.
And so to go to LA, win 2 more, be a big part of a culture change with an organization, play for an organization that allowed me to be myself, had a coach that let me go out and do my thing and just go to work. It was like, you know, it was a dream come true, especially so late in my career. You know, right. I won my second one in my 13th season.
We grow up Lakers fans. Everybody love the Lakers. Somewhat.
No, they don't.
Everybody do love the Lakers.
No, they don't.
They're a historical franchise, like them in Boston.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about like just like with the Celtics. I'm talking about just having the Lakers jersey on. Like you done seen the greats, and like you seen Shaq wear this jersey.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
you seen Kobe wear this jersey.
Yeah,
you seen Magic and the greats wear this jersey. So like now you got a Lakers jersey on.
Mm-hmm. That was another team that I wasn't even looking at or on my radar because I think they was kind of in somewhat of a rebuild at that point. But the one thing they did do in free agency, like Mitch Kupchak was very persistent. So he made me feel wanted. He made me feel needed, you know. And so I went out there and rocked with them because I thought I was gonna stay in Toronto. Toronto was kind of taking their time in free agency, trying to build out their team, and I just wasn't that patient. I was ready to get off the board, know where I'm going, keep moving. And the Lakers was like,
come on,
own it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And that made me like, shit, we might as well.
How was it when you first met Kobe?
It was cool. It was laid back. It was laid back at first. You know, y'all know how Bean was. He don't really rock with too many people.
Right.
Until he ready to rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And so at first he was like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying? Kind of filling me out. And then once he realized I was somebody he can rely on, that he can trust. You know what I'm saying? When it came to basketball, that's when our friendship and our relationship developed.
Like, how was it watching him, like, when you, like, all right, y'all get there and you going, like, now you at the point where, like, you going to work, you going to practice every day with, and you seeing him, like, what was that like to see Cole go in and do what he do and go about his business every day? Yeah,
I wish I was just with him earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I was with him when he was in attack mode. You know, by the time, you know, my last 2 years with him, he was kind of dealing with injuries,
mm-hmm.
battling some things and trying to just find a rhythm and still be a dog. Like, I just remember him saying some shit every once in a while, and I was like, damn, he think different.
Yeah.
I'm like, he on another level. You know what I'm saying? He on a completely different level, and I just wish I had more of that when I was coming up that I could have been around and benefited from.
Aggression.
Earl Clark told me that before. He was like, yo, he'd be like, you know, Earl, hey, big bro, like Kobe is just like, sometimes he'll say some wild shit, yo. Like, we'd be sitting on the training table and it'd be like, I ain't asking him nothing. He'd come out of nowhere and you'd be like,
nah, with a straight face. We was in Denver. We was getting our ass kicked, and that man said, I'm gonna guard Will Barton in the second half. He not even gonna exist. But Will had 25 at halftime.
Yeah.
So we look around like, all right. Like, go ahead, OG.
Yeah.
Like,
what did he have at the end of the game?
2 points after that.
And he guarded him.
He guarded him. Like, he'd say some shit like that, or one time we came in, we was playing Golden State, and this was when Steph was starting to catch fire. He was starting to turn into the chef. You know what I'm saying? And he came in and he said, "I fucking found it." He just kept saying, "I fucking found it." So we kind of looking at him like he don't like people standing on the side of him. He can shoot with you in front of him. He can shoot with you behind him. But on his side, he don't like that. I'm going to guard him the second half. Shut him down again. So after that, I was a believer. I'm like,
Guru.
Yeah, after that, I'm like, everything that I've heard about Kobe Bryant is all true. You know?
Let me put you on the spot right quick. Who you prefer, Lakers or Clippers?
Clippers.
Oh, okay.
That's easy.
Okay,
That's
okay.
easy.
Clippers
That's easy
over
for
here.
me.
Clippers over here, you know.
Yeah. I was part of a culture change over there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
part
saying?
of
They
culture
gave
change.
us an opportunity to kind of build that organization out to our personalities and how we wanted to feel and look. And I think we had a big part of how it looked now. I'm a part of that. So
How did it feel when Slam came to y'all to recreate that iconic
we was
cover?
incredibly honored, bro. I ain't even gonna lie because I was a kid and I had that magazine. You know what I'm saying? I was a youngster when I had that magazine. So for them to come in and wanted us to do it over, I was like, that's hard.
Yeah, it was fire, and it was like that, like from all of the feedback and seeing how, cause Trez was real vocal about how hyped he was, and y'all were to do it.
We couldn't wait, and you know how it is. You don't want to do no media. You really like, hey man, tell them we got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. We knock it out, and I'm out. We was like, what y'all want to do? We was changing outfits and shit.
I need my hat like
see,
that.
a lot of people don't even, if you look at the picture, we got on each other jewelry.
Each other's jewelry and
jerseys and
all that.
everything. So we was in there having fun with it. We was so honored to do it, bro.
I mean, that's kind of how we did it when we did it.
Yeah.
It was kind of like cause we took so many other pictures, but it wound up we just all of a sudden just took each other's jerseys off and just bent ourselves, put the do-rags on, and it just came out like that,
Yeah.
and it just. To see y'all's, man, it was dope. When I seen it, I was like, man, that's hard.
Nah, we was super honored. I got a big ass picture in my house of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up. How was that season? Yeah, y'all didn't win a championship, but it was like a turn. You know, y'all didn't have a superstar, so-called superstar that they were saying. You know how when they brought PG and Paul, Kawhi and Paul, and them was your superstar. Mm-hmm. Y'all was just a regular team of guys that they felt that they can just exchange on any team. Y'all made the playoffs and won games against the all dominant Warriors. Like, how was that season? Like, how y'all collected? Because y'all was saying like y'all was just playing fun basketball and y'all was together.
Yeah, I take credit for the mentality for that, because we were playing pretty decent basketball. We felt good about what we was as a team, and then Blake got traded. So we like, why the fuck would they trade him when, you know what I'm saying, we starting to find our groove, and they traded him. And so, you know, we kind of felt like, it's sabotage. Like, what's going on? Y'all trying to make us look crazy. So I just remember telling everybody on the plane, I'm like, look, bro, we ain't make that decision. So we don't got to deal with all the pressure that come with the decision. The only thing we can do is play as hard as we can and give ourselves an opportunity to win and have some fun. Mm-hmm. So other than that, we ain't trade Blake.
Yeah.
We love Blake. You know what I'm saying? So play hard as hell, give ourselves an opportunity. And we took that and ran with it. So every night we was just arrogant as hell, thinking we could beat anybody. And you know the hardest team to play is a bunch of guys that feel like they hard working and they confident.
Yeah.
And they feel like they can beat you. You know, y'all see how Pat Bev carrying it to this day. He's still tripping. You know what I'm saying? PB still tripping.
Still on it.
Got that J. Roll, irrational confidence.
Yeah, he's still tripping. And so P was like, you know, he was that muscle we needed. You know, sometimes we be like, you sure? Nigga, man, y'all, come on. You know, that's who P is. You know, y'all, bro, come on.
Let's get him.
Bro, I can't see. Man, come on. Get behind me. And that's how he was.
People don't understand the value that he had with that Minnesota team just for what you're saying.
Yeah,
because
just
you gotta have that
mentality.
one. Cause like people that ain't been on teams, they don't understand that. Like, yes, there will be some that are nervous, scared, or kind of apprehensive.
For sure.
Whatever you want to call it.
And can I say this while I got a platform? Can people stop? Can people stop taking Pat Bev hot takes as personal?
Yeah.
Like if y'all get to know him, everything he's saying is all basketball.
Straight up. That's it.
That's it. Everything he's saying is. I've watched him walk up to dudes in the club and like, you ain't scoring me right now. He dead serious though.
Yeah.
That's how he wired. So, but sometimes when you put him out there, he look like he hating or he got too much. We
everything
he's saying is strictly
I know
competitive.
how he wired. I know where he from.
For sure.
I know.
For sure.
I know exactly.
We had him on this show, and we said, "Who was the first person to bust your ass?" That boy said, "Nobody."
And he a liar.
He
a liar because I'm one of them.
That's just him because we know everybody he see. Now, come on, let's go.
His ass, though. That's how he. That's how
Yeah,
he.
you
wired.
can't-
And he not budging.
Yeah.
You show him film, whatever you want to show him. He not budging on his position. But I just wanted to get that out there because sometimes, it's scary now when you talk as an athlete and everybody got something to say about what you got to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like your truth ain't your truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
If you don't agree with what I'm saying,
Cool.
I'm not speaking some type of truth. But if you know P and you know how he wired, I guarantee you, out of the 400 NBA players, 400 of them gonna want him, and they gonna want him on their team.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. He definitely a player like that. What's the difference in between being a Laker and being a Clipper? Like fan wise and just like
You tell me.
We don't know. We've never been a Laker. You've been both.
Yeah.
You got that unique.
You
know,
got
it's
that
not a lot of
unique-
people. You got that unique
I think it's
perspective.
the difference is the Lakers is the Lakers,
Yeah.
and the Clippers, until they win about 20 championships, they no matter what, they gonna be looked at as little brother.
Yeah, definitely, but they need to win one. I don't think 20.
One is a great start, and I'm fucking disappointed we didn't get to pull it off because I thought we had the tools that was needed. It just didn't work out for us. But this is Laker town, and if you don't think different, you fooling yourself.
We always. That's one thing we
just
were
Laker
always
town.
honest about. But like you say, I think the Clippers, have done a great job of carving their own space out. I mean, you never gonna, like you say, LA is gonna be a Lakers city.
And LA got different cultures, so it's plenty room for both teams.
Oh, yeah.
It's people that love.
And they ride. They
That's
got
what I'm
they
saying,
got
like,
they
The
supporting group
Clippers
that
is the
ride.
hood.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, what's the
Yeah,
difference between the
all right.
Clippers
I
fans
forgot
and the
where I
Lakers
was at.
fans?
There you go.
I forgot where I was
That's
at.
what we thought. That's what we always thought. I just couldn't verify kind of place for Lakers.
That's what we embraced about.
Yeah, like the Lakers is like
Yeah.
Hollywood. The Clippers
Hollywood,
is more like
yeah, we down the street.
Like
Yeah.
you guys saying, it was really like
we was
that
cool
when
with
was here,
that.
'cause like when you get here, y'all they didn't. First of all, even before Bowman, you was here when Bowman had a team about then, right? Or you was
Yeah,
here for the
I
change?
always was with Steve. Yeah.
Oh, so you was definitely living the lap of luxury, like bro.
How was it for y'all?
Bro?
we
First
practiced
of all,
at college, Southwest
we
College.
practiced at Southwest Junior College. Now this is, I
Where
love
is
my
that?
people.
In
This is
South
South Central LA, the hood, boy. You
That's
hear
where y'all
me?
play.
I'm talking about look, this like high school highway. You got the little boom, the little stick thing in the middle of the showers, and then it's got spouts out. None of them work. We take showers at home. We taking towels and putting them on our car seats, driving home with no shirt on and taking showers at the crib, boy. You feel me?
good.
Like this what we really was living.
This
I'm
what
talking
we got
about
in the league
people
in this
put
life.
like Michael Olowokandi had an Aston Martin. We going through campus while they getting out of class. They like, yo, what kind of car is this? Like it's like really like this. We in the hood, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so when I say you talk about
Well,
the hood,
shit,
like,
y'all might have been more hood than us.
Hey, nah, listen, we was at high school
We
games
had
and
that one.
everything, man. We
Y'all-
jumping fences, we breaking gate chains on the gate.
Yeah, y'all started it then.
Yeah.
The Knuckleheads. Y'all started it.
I got a question I like to ask, you enjoy yourself, I like to think. When you got the bag, I ain't talking about taking care of mom or the family. I'm talking about what Lou Will did for himself where you look back on like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I drove everything but a cop car.
Oh, you whip gang said, okay, let me hear one of the
Man.
stuntastic purchases when you did something cold. Super cold.
I mean, everybody had everything, but I think the wildest shit I did, I bought a Ferrari and a Lamborghini within a few months of each other, and I had both of them. I think that's when I was tripping, and I was in Philly.
I think that's when I was
I was in
qualifies.
Philly,
That
potholes and shit. I don't know
Philly
what-
number 45 pick.
Yeah, I saw.
Usually you would either get one or the other. You wanted
Yeah,
like,
that's why
who
I'm
gets the
tripping,
Lambo
and
and
didn't
the
like
Ferrari?
neither one of them.
And didn't like him.
Then
Because
like
they
neither
too
one of
goddamn exotic and crazy.
Then
You
like
can't just
neither
drive
one of
them every
Hey,
day.
you can't drive it in Philly. Philly streets too.
That's what I'm saying. I tore that Lamborghini up because it had the low spoiler on it.
Yeah.
Man, I was killing that Lamborghini. I had to get rid of that shit. Killing that joint.
This is the perfect example. Like when we be thinking we about to kill them, we really be
Yeah,
killing
we
ourselves.
killing ourselves.
sometimes.
Yeah, we killing ourselves. Sick.
Oh, man.
How was it for you to be featured on Meek Mill's song?
That's different because Meek is like real family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking, but still for the caliber artists of
Yeah,
Meek.
but I'm part of that. I'm part of that story.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I saw that. Like I remember me and him having a conversation. Like, yo, I think I'm about to sign with Rick Ross. Like that's how far me and him.
So this
Oh,
was
so
the
you were
days.
way before any
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
how. All the tattoos on his arm. Ask him. He got them in my kitchen. Like that's my brother.
Oh, that's
you
what's
understand?
up.
So
Oh.
that's
That was meant to be.
yeah. That's a different
So,
different
okay, he
connection.
been part of the you know, we flew the tattoo guy in. We just
Yeah,
all over
I
here
got
doing
six
in
dream
tattoos.
chase the chains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's that deep.
Yeah,
Like, that's
that's
my
dope.
dog for real. So anytime he mentioning my name, like that's true story. Like
Yeah.
the song House Party, that's really about him coming to my crib, being a part of a party,
So
Yeah.
tell me
being
this.
inspired. The video shot at my house, everything.
I was
So,
about to say that. Tell me this. How is it that I know that you into music, but how is it you were with, like, I didn't know this about Meek Mill, but I saw some post, I think you posted it, where you had Jack Harlow at
Yeah,
at the Louuuuuuu Will party when
I-
I was
and
swag
that's
surfing
another
like
thing.
4 years
Jack
before he
is-
was ever even heard.
Yeah,
Like he the
Jack
hottest
is
thing
part of
now.
the family.
Like how do you like is it because you do music? How do you cross paths with these guys before they even manage to blow?
Probably just energy. It's just energy, you know, relationships. Charlie Mack introduced me and Meek to each other. Me and Meek, we peers, we same age. So Mac was like, man, I'm gonna introduce you to Meek. Y'all to get along, and we hit it off and developed a relationship. My doing music is how I met Jack. I was doing music. My engineer is from Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out KY. And I was in the studio playing music for family and friends before I was gonna put it out. And Jack and his brother was in the room. And I'm like, who the fuck are these white dudes? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who, you know what I'm saying? He like, nah, they cool. Like, all right, cool. Jack kept tapping me like, yo, that's hard. And we play another. He like, yo, that's hard, bro. And so I'm like, yo, he actually liked my music.
Right.
He like, yeah, I do music too. I'm like, that's what's up. And we developed we just developed the friendship from him being around. And 4 years later, he the biggest shit in the world.
Straight
You know
up.
what I'm saying? Shout out to Jack.
Jack Meek
That's how
Mill.
Jack even had the opportunity to get me in trouble. You
I was
know
about
what I'm
to ask you,
saying?
like, how did like tell me the real story of
the
the
real
Lemon Pepper Lou. Like,
the
tell
truth
me-
of it is I came home to go to a funeral. I left the wake. The wake was like 2 blocks from Magic. If y'all know culture, y'all know Atlanta.
We go to Magic, get food in the daytime.
we
You
eat.
know it. That's
That's
only
where we
Atlanta. If
eat.
you live in
But
Atlanta,
listen,
they
but
don't
if you
know.
don't understand,
You don't understand.
you don't understand.
Yeah.
That's where we eat. That's
It
one
ain't
of
like
our.
it be a bunch of girls.
It's
just
not even-
packing
it ain't nothing about none of
everybody
that.
coming in there
Right.
getting food.
No, that's the city's one of the city's favorite restaurants.
Yeah,
This is where
definitely.
we eat.
Yeah, I definitely.
You can walk in 4:00 in the afternoon, run into anybody.
Anybody.
That's where we eat
come
at.
to get them a plate.
Yeah, so it's 5 in the afternoon. We're gonna run over here, go get some food. So we thinking we doing the responsible thing. Come in, I order my food, grab a drink, wait for my food. We go way in the corner. We chilling, mask on, the whole everything you think you're supposed to do. Like, wasn't nobody no fucking pandemic experts at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We chilling. Jack walk in. So mind you, with everything you just said about Jack, fast forward to Jack having the #1 record in the
Song
country.
right then,
What's
yeah.
poppin'? See Jack, like, what's up? Bro, we gotta take a shot. Like, that's big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We take a shot. Jack asked me, he like, yo, can I take a picture? I'm like, yeah, we got our mask on. That's what I said to
Right,
him.
that was
I
your
said,
first
yeah, we got
thought,
our
right?
mask on. Take the picture. Don't think nothing of it. My food come, his food come. I see you in a minute, bro. I'm gone. I'm in the house. So everybody imagination's running wild. I'm partying, this and that. It wasn't none of that. I'm in the house. I get a call the next day. I'm on my way back to the bubble.
Everything going crazy.
Yeah, and L. Frank called me. He like, who the fuck is Jack Harlow? So I'm like, he a rapper. That's my friend. What's the problem? He's like, I'll call you back. So he hang up on me. My agent called me. He like, yo, we might have a situation. I'm like, about what? He like, go to your Instagram.
He told you to go to the Instagram.
Yeah. So I go to Instagram, and it's a blog, and they showing Jack screenshots. So Jack posted a picture, and then he took it down, and then he said, "Chill, guys, this was an old picture."
Yeah.
But I had the bubble mask on. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
Scooby-Doo, right?
yeah.
Bro.
So Jack tried to cover for me.
Right, on some solid shit.
Yeah, solid. Shout out to Jack.
Yeah.
So it went crazy, and it went viral because he was viral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then the NBA was like,
they needed somebody to make an
Protocol.
example of for protocol and all of that. So I took my lick. At the end of the day, they gave me 10 days quarantine. That
You
was
just had
it,
to sit
and
in
a
the
bunch
room
of
for
bad
10 days?
publicity.
They put you on punishment for 10 days?
Man, folks put me on real deal punishment. Yeah,
Put you in the
like,
room for 10 days?
nah, like food slid to my door, knocking the whole shit like a real criminal. Like, folks had me in the hole 10 days. Right. Folks really put me way isolated. I didn't have no choice on what I was gonna eat, nothing. I got out for an hour a day to work out. Some real deal jail shit,
Hey,
man.
so hold up. At the end of the
For
day,
real.
all that, did they at least rename the wings on the menu to
Yeah.
Okay, so now
No, they was the Louuuuuuu Will wings before that.
excuse me. Excuse me.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
But now it's our relationship over there has strengthened. You know what I'm saying? Because them folks stood solid with me, and they ain't turn their back, try to say nothing. Like we embrace each other.
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I'm
what's
saying?
up.
And so
That's what's up.
shout out Shannon Sharp. You know, a cool nickname came out of it. I bought it.
Go get them lemon pepper
Yeah,
love.
lemon pepper Lou. I was fighting that shit for a long time. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, because it was a lot of people that don't understand
The culture.
that had so much to say about it. And so to me, it was a negative thing. And so, like usual, what we do, we flip it, turn it into what we want to turn it into, and make it a positive. So
That's what it is. They just don't understand the culture. So it
yeah,
be
shout
like
out
that.
Lemon Pepper Lou though.
Shout out to Meek Mill. He name dropped me in one of this cut too. So
Yeah,
I
sir.
appreciate that,
You
Meek.
get name drop like
Yeah,
Miles.
Meek
Okay.
showed me, man. Just
Okay.
to beat the trial, man. So Miles like Darius, I remember.
Oh God.
Okay.
Like how was it like, the travel you did in your career? Because like people don't know the mental space and the stress and just travel. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes you want something to be your home and you just want to be home but in the life that we live and the careers that we have, you can get traded any day.
Mm-hmm.
You can be here this year and all the way across on the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, the next year. Like,
sure.
How was it for you over your career, just like all the traveling and the middle? You at that point now where you want? I know when I retired, I was like, man, I
Yeah,
don't
that's why the retirement shit even keep coming up around me, is because I think I'm at a point where
tired of moving around.
tired. Like I'm just
That's how I
tired
felt.
of I think I just gotta evolve.
Yeah.
I need to find new things to do on the road. I need to find new shit to spend my energy on, my time on, because the NBA, how I know it, I'm over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 35.
Yeah.
I came in, I was 17.
These young pups, man.
Yeah, so
They
I just
understand.
think everything that kept me alive on the road,
Wait
that
a
kept
minute.
me.
You came in at 17, so you've been
Yeah.
in the league longer than you've been alive.
Yeah, we getting
Yeah.
there. We getting there. I'm going in. This will be my 18th season if I stick around. This will be
That-
18.
That'll be longer than you've lived.
Yes, I'm a jarhead, bro. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. You know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying?
You're a
And
rock
so,
star, man. You were born a rock star,
Yeah,
man.
that's a bar right
Born
there.
a rock
I think
star.
we
man.
just getting to the
say
point,
that right there,
like
boy.
if I can find new things to do, because it ain't about basketball. You know,
Yeah.
I still got the desire to play. I still got the passion for the game. I still love competing. I love that feeling of going into the arena, and all of that shit. I love it. But everything else, and my kids is getting older. My oldest daughter is 11. She getting into AAU now. My other daughter, 8. She in the gymnastics. She's an actress. You know what I'm saying? And so my son is still 2. He's still very young, but they're starting to have careers of their own, career schedules, and you missing shit. You missing games, and you missing plays, and you missing birthdays. And I'm just at the point where it's just I don't know if this is the number one priority. So if I continue to hoop, it's gonna be because I find a situation that feel good, that feel right, is organic. It's somewhere where I can grow still as a player. It's somewhere where my influence can be used for younger guys, and you can still use me on the floor or not. I can be there as a conduit to what you got going on. I just have to be some type of. It just got to be beneficial. Long story short, it just got to make sense. I ain't just gonna sit over there just for the sake of sitting over there. Like I got more important shit that I can be doing with my time.
Like you like one of them players, and I say this like about AI. I don't feel like AI lucky. I hate to say lucky. I say he the one that made it believable. Like you one of them players that like your style of game. You're not the traditional point guard. You know what I'm saying? So you run into a lot of coaches that just might not understand what you bring to the table.
Yeah, I had a couple of them.
And it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? No,
I had a couple of them.
Like, you do what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, some coaches, they don't want the player. I don't want my point guard, the smallest guy, to shoot the ball all the time. I want my smallest guy to kind of facilitate. So you run into a lot of coaches that don't understand that. I feel like that was kind of a problem with AI. Like, when he got to the league, like Larry Brown, we give you the keys to the whip. Mm-hmm. We riding with you. But then he got a taste of it once he got older of like, man, he was still scoring 30. He left from scoring 30 to a team not even playing though. That's crazy. And I feel like you in that same boat. I didn't play this year,
and shit, I won a 6-man 3 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
So
but I feel like you in that same boat too. Like, if you was in position with the keys in your hand, it'll be different.
You would think.
But
I'm agreeing with you.
A lot of coaches, I'm just saying, like, for your position, a lot of coaches don't.
I agree.
They just don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna let you say it
though. You.
But I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you definitely feel like that?
On a
it's prejudged. Like, as soon as you walk through the door, you can feel like, he ain't really fucking with my style.
Yeah. That's why, I'm a free agent. I'm gonna find me a nice home somewhere, that I think I can have an impact on what's going on.
Yeah.
So, because I just left a situation where I really enjoyed organization, really enjoyed players, but I don't think there was just room for Lou to be who you needed Lou to be in order for it to work for both parties. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you.
Start, bench, trade. You got to start one.
Start, bench one, trade one. All right, let's do it.
You got to start one, you got to bench one, you got to trade one.
You better fuck with you around right now.
Steph, Kyrie, Dame Lillard.
You crazy, dog.
All right.
You crazy.
Start, bench, trade.
Steph, Kyrie, Dame Lillard. Who you start, who you bench, who you trade? He said,
Nah, I can't even. I'm for sure gonna start Steph though.
Okay.
I love all three of them dudes, bro. I wish I can't trade none of them. Like I feel like all three of them dudes.
We gotta work it out, huh?
Yeah, we gotta work that one out.
If out of all the teammates you done had, you done been to a couple of teams. Out of all the teammates you had, if you can put 4 other players out of all teammates you can have to complete your starting 5 teammates to complete your starting 5, who are the other 4 players you'll play with?
We talk about 17 years worth of guys, but off the top of my head, give me Kobe, give me AI, give me James.
Oh damn, I forgot you James Harden too.
That's your starting 5?
I'm trying to work it out. We gonna play small ball.
4 smalls?
You playing small ball?
We playing small ball.
Oh, you ain't got no big man out there. Huh?
Just for the sake of like trying to round out an even team, I'm gonna put Elton Brand in there too.
Who?
No, see, I played with Josh too.
Who would be that complete? Like, you really could put a starting five with you. Who would be that?
Damn, I ain't never really even broke that down like that.
My teammates.
Well, shit, I'm coming off the bench.
No, you with it. So
I can't hypothetically start if I don't start.
You can either one or two. Well, give me five then. Give me five teammates, and you will come off the bench for us, since you.
AI gonna be my point guard.
Okay.
JH gonna be my 2 guard.
James Harden.
Kawhi gonna be my 3. I'm gonna make Bean the 4 because he's cerebral. He gonna figure it out. And C-Webb and Elton, they gonna have to battle it out in training camp, bro.
Okay.
And then I got Pat Bev as like one of my first guards coming off the bench.
PV.
And then I got Paul George right there.
He's still going. He's broken the game, guys. He's broken.
I gave you 5 though. I gave you 5, but I just want my brothers to know where I'm at
honorable
with
mentions
it.
in there.
Yeah,
Hey, one of the things I used to want to do, but I ain't have a crib, and I ain't going by a crib because when I first in the league, I was still living savage. But I always wanted to be on MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
And I remember watching MTV Cribs and seeing you on there with Bow. Like,
it's kind of surreal now, like when you get to look back at shit. Like,
yeah.
You could look back at that like, oh,
that's
I just wasn't Bow Wow friend. You know what I'm
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That was real shit.
Yeah. That was hard. I was at school. We had sidekicks.
Yeah,
at the
sidekicks.
time. So we was on the AOL Instant Messenger about like, hey man, pull up to my crib. I need some homies over here. We shooting MTV Cribs. We like, we on the way.
Right.
I shot over there I was in school. I shot over there. And we knocked it out in like an hour. My little part, I did in like an hour.
But how was that to just see yourself? I know in high school to see yourself on MTV.
You know the vibes.
Yeah.
Every woman I liked, I showed it to.
You already know.
What? Check this out.
I used to watch
Humble
what was the thing on MTV, that little celebrity game?
Rock and Jock.
Rock and Jock.
Yeah.
I told my agent, he was like, yeah, what you want to do? I was like, man, I want to be on Rock and Jock.
Yeah. Shit, at that time, that was real. 25 point. I always remember seeing Gary Payton on there.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he's the one player that's sticking in my head, being on Rock and Jock, hitting a 25-pointer.
Straight up. So tell us more about your like your music, like music wise. You have artists and yourself.
Yeah, I got music. I probably don't put nothing out no more, but
why not?
I'm really a CEO now, bro.
You just gonna
I'm
say
CEO.
that.
If I do, I'm gonna be on my Birdman, on my Puff. Like,
Straight up. Ain't nothing wrong with
let
that.
my artists be popping it. I'm gonna pop in on the videos.
So
you know what I'm saying?
what's some of the artists that you done signed that you done got?
So signed a kid, well not a kid, my brother, Akeem Ali. He from Jackson, Mississippi. Super dope. Put out a couple projects. One of them called Mac in the Day. Check that out. Another one called Dead. Do 'em all dirty. Super lyrical, super talented, man. Sing, rap, got different personalities, man. Multifaceted, can do a lot of things. We was working with another artist, Land Strip Chip, who a friend of the family. Works with us as well with some things. He not signed to us, but big friend of the family. We had an opportunity to sign everybody we mentioned in this interview, except Meek. Meek was Meek. But yeah, we signed an artist. I'm trying to build out my company, Winners United. This is our 4th year, and music can be tough. You know, it's hard to keep people attention and try to draw them away from what they used to. So we've been working. It's been fun though.
Yeah,
it's been fun.
Well, Knuckleheads need an intro, man. So
yeah.
any
I can put it together.
Yeah, we'd love to hear about. Like one thing I always want to say, like, man, like you one of the special ones, like you, Sebastian, Monte, them guards that come out of straight out of high school to be like part of that 45. I think we like 45, 46 of us. To be guards come out of there, I feel like, man, y'all very special, man. We really appreciate you, bro, for coming on here, man, showing us love.
I'm a huge fan of y'all as well. You know, y'all, we talk a lot about culture. Y'all are culture, you know. Y'all had guys wearing headbands, Jordans, hitting their heads, making shots, you know, so y'all just as much as the culture too. I'm gonna tell a quick story about Q. He left me outside the club one time. He don't know he did this.
I did you dirty.
Did me dirty, but you ain't know you did me dirty. I wasn't nobody to know at the time.
Yeah, let's tell it.
I wasn't nobody to
Tell
know.
it.
Like, yeah, let's
Cause
tell
he
it.
ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Yeah.
Tell
Chicago. Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago? Oh, he definitely ain't shit in Chicago.
Chicago summertime. I'm with Andre Iguodala. We pull up to the club.
Oh.
We calling him to come get us and shit. I'm still little homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a part of the entourage at this point. You know what I'm saying? He got a green jumpsuit on. He come outside. He like, wave us off. Go back in. Ask Dre.
That sound like Iggy.
Ask Dre.
Iggy, tell that story.
He waved us off, went back in the club.
Did I saw y'all?
Yeah. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? Yes. I never took it personal because I know for a fact he didn't know I existed.
Oh no, hey, you know all us a little noodle.
But shit, we all know how it is. Somebody that dope, bro. I'm having my time. Bro.
Yeah, he a little burnt.
When I got here.
Hey, listen,
He probably didn't see ya. He burnt.
I came out, I didn't see something. I would have came. You know, if I was on some, I would have been like, "No, I ain't see that text." I would have came like, "I came outside. I'm looking for you."
You came out. You like. Went back in.
Probably frustrated I couldn't see. Well, I'm out of here, man. I came out. You know, I used to come out of the club, get people too much. Probably like my 5th, 6th trip. Out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, though. We live on location. We out here in La La Land, man. We got Lemon Pepper Lou in the building. There's been too solid, man. One of the best 6 men to ever do it. Tune in.
Legend.